Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have here with me a new Colourpop collection for Valentine's Day. This is their Valentine's 2024 Lost in Love collection. I have everything on right now, which we will be doing this look together, but I also just want to share the collection with you guys too. I used to get my Colourpop stuff on Wednesdays, but with like snow that everyone's been having, I feel like everything's delayed, so the collection already launched today. Should we see if anything has sold out so far? I know with the Twilight launch, like that sold out so fast. I feel like their Valentine's Day one doesn't usually sell out. So far, everything looks available, even the full collection, so it is still available. I know with the Valentine's launch, they usually do not restock this because it is coming up really quickly, so if you want it, I would grab it now, because I remember last year's launch, they did not restock the palette at all, and it was a really good palette, so I was so curious to see what they were going to do for this year's collection. I feel like they always go all out for Valentine's Day. Last year, they did kind of like a pink and red palette, and this year the theme is kind of orange and pink, which I think is fun. So as always, let's start with the palette. I will have this collection linked down below, and my affiliate code works again, 5 LEAHJANAE. They had it shut off. I feel like every new year somehow the codes get shut off, but it does work now if you guys want to use my code on Colourpop, 5 LEAHJANAE. But here is the Lost in Love palette. I think this has the cutest packaging. The outer part matches the actual palette too, and this just gives me retro vibes. I love like 70s aesthetic, and this gives me 70s for some reason. I think it's just the retro font, and then it has little heart balloons all over. And then here is the inside of the palette. So this one is a very pink and orange theme. There is like one reddish shade in here that actually leans more orange. There's really not much red going on. It's definitely very pink and orange, which definitely sets it apart from last year's pink and red palette a little bit, because you still gotta have some type of Valentine's Day colors. I will go ahead and compare this one to last year's towards the end of the video, but here's a look at the palette. Here is all of the shades swatched. I will say, swatching the shades, some of the darker ones I really thought were going to be more pigmented off the bat, but they ended up not swatching the best. Had to do a few layers for them, but I will say when I put them on the eyes, they definitely went on, I would say, brighter. Also, how did I forget to mention my sweater? This literally matches this collection perfectly. It's like a pink and orange Valentine's Day sweater, again from the Pulse Boutique. I don't know if it's available yet, but I'll have the website linked down below. But I don't know, it's just cute, soft, fun, and it just matched this collection perfectly, so I had to wear this. I'm obsessed with all things pink and hearts. I'm all about the girly things. So that's a look at the Lost in Love eyeshadow palette. They also included 3 jelly eyeshadows, which these are fun. If the Colourpop metallics don't pack enough punch for you, these are the way to go. You can use them as a base, which I like to do it as a base just because sometimes if you wear these on their own, they can crease up since they are a wet formula. They eventually do dry down a bit, but I still find them to crease if I don't set them down. But they really offer much more shine than some of the Colourpop metallic powder shadows. These are just really shiny and pretty. So the first one we have, this one is called Forever Valentine. And this is a very pretty pearly pink. I feel like this would actually make a really pretty highlight, or just like an inner corner highlight. I should have used this in my inner corner today, but you can see how shiny this is. Next we have just a really pretty metallic pink going on. This is All Love. This one is so shimmery as well. Such a pretty pink. These also do come with a little cap, which I highly recommend keeping the cap in there so that these don't dry out. And then last shade, which I think this is so fun, this is Moon and Stars, which is like a gorgeous hot orange. So dang pretty. Now there's also a glitter in this collection. These are their glitter gels. I feel like they usually do one with their Valentine's Day launches. They're chunky glitter, so technically they're for the body. I have used them on the eyes. I know you're not supposed to, but I have, and just very lightly to offer a little extra sparkle. I didn't use this one in today's video, but I will swatch it for you. Sometimes it's fun to put on just the face for a highlight. This one has little, I think, stars inside, but yeah, it's a chunky glitter formula. Now this I was so excited for when I opened it up because I thought this was just more of their powder heart blushes that they do every Valentine's Day, but it's a new formula. So how cute is the packaging? First of all, these are the lip and cheek balms. So they're like a cream blush basically that you could also use on the lips. I didn't try on the lips yet, but I was so excited that it was cream. And then the packaging is actually a shiny heart instead of the matte ones that the blushes used to be. This is the middle pink called Adore You, and I actually thought that these were quite pigmented. I was really impressed. So here is Adore You. These are so much more pigmented than their previous heart blushes. This is the darkest one called Cutesy Wootsy, which is so fun. I love saying cutesy, so this just made my day. Here is Cutesy Wootsy. It's just slightly darker than the first one. You probably honestly don't need both of them. And then this is the lightest one, this fun pink called Heart's Content, which looks like this. So those are the 3 new Heart cream blushes. So obsessed with these. Now we also have lips in the collection. How cute is this packaging? So fun. These are 3 ultra glossy lip shades. The packaging has different lids on these, so they're pink with silver or chrome hearts. First shade is a nude called One Kiss. Next, we have a sparkly pink called Taken. These actually do have some good pigment to them. And lastly is this kind of rosy pink called Lover Era. These all kind of remind me of songs. So those are the glosses. And there is actually one more thing in this line, and that is a little heart makeup sponge. So a lot of times Colourpop likes to do fun little extras in their collections. And yeah, we have a little makeup sponge. I did use mine already, so it's a little puffy and dirty. I will say the Colourpop logo you can't really see very well on these, but I mean, it's a cute sponge. I feel like it has a decent shape too, like this pointy corner can get a lot of areas. But yeah, that's a look at the Lost in Love collection. Now let's go ahead and try everything on so I can show you how I did this look. Alright guys, let's dive into this palette. I definitely want to do a pink and orange look because that is our theme today, pink and orange. So I want this to be very vibrant and fun. I am so excited. Starting with a smaller tapered blending brush here, this is the Singe Beauty EO2. I am just gonna dive right into the bright orange in the palette. And we're gonna place this in the crease. This shade is called Amorous. I noticed when swatching, these shades took a little bit of building up. I do feel like last year's palette might have been a little more pigmented, even though it is such a bright color, but they do build nicely. I will give it that. So if you're kind of wanting something that you can kind of work up to, if you're not really one that uses bright colors often, then that can be a good thing. Let me go on top of that with this orange called Fave Texts and just kind of deepening that up even more. This one is an ultra pigmented color. Next brush, I'm taking the Singe EO3 and I want to do kind of a hot pink outer corner. So let's try out this color, Just Us. It's kind of a berry pink. And then placing this in the outer portion of the eye. Then I'm packing it even more with the Rephr 01 because the first brush kind of just got it all blended together, but this is going to pack on the pigment. On the lower lash line, I'm going to take this Cupid Called. It's a shimmer. This usually works a little better if your brush is a little bit wet from either like water or setting spray. It'll just pop a little bit more. So we will clean that with concealer in a bit. I have been dying to get this on my eyes. This is Moon and Stars Jelly Mud Shadow. This like bright orange. This looks so fun. So I usually apply these with my finger, but I'll use a brush to try and keep it nice and clean. This is a Sephora 13 brush. I have so many different brands of brushes that I use. Placing this on the lid. That's actually more sheer than I thought because it's swatched a lot darker, but I think it's because we're using a brush. I might go in with my finger to deepen that up because yeah, that's not as vibrant as I want it to be. So yeah, I'm gonna take my finger, get more product on. It's definitely not showing up as vibrant orange as I wanted, but it's still very beautiful. Oh, making a mess here. I might see how this color looks on top, which is called All My Heart. Sometimes I like to set the jelly shadows down so they don't crease too much. But yeah, I think that's pretty. I am going to go ahead and clean this up with some concealer, and we'll try out that heart sponge to blend it out because I totally forgot to do for foundation. But usually I'm a brush girl when it comes to foundation anyway. I like to do it with a brush, and sometimes I'll like go back in with a sponge and just kind of even everything out. But let me know, are you guys a sponge person or are you more of a brush person when it comes to foundation? But yeah, I'm just kind of adding some extra. I went ahead and wet this little heart sponge. I'm gonna take the little bottom side of it and blend out the concealer. I might let it sit a bit. Let me blend out the rest of the stuff here. I just added some in the center of the face just to brighten, and then over here just for some extra coverage on some spots I have. All right, let's see if this will be okay. It's not the most precise, of course, for the concealer. Sometimes I'll take it and just like smooth it. Instead of like pouncing, I'm actually just kind of smoothing it to really get that line. But I don't know, I just always don't love sponges for concealer or foundation because it shears the product out so much, I feel like. And this one's just kind of an odd shape to work with, especially around the eye when I prefer like a more precise application. So I did go back in with my concealer brush just to really get like this inner corner concealed a little under the brow since our shimmer got up kind of high. But yeah, I don't know, I just need the precise application. I do like this point to set my powder under though. I feel like that's a nice shape for setting because it has that precise point. So I'm just setting the under eyes with my Givenchy Prism Libre powder. Okay, so I hate always feeling like with colorful eyeshadow I have to wear lashes. So we're just gonna do mascara today. I know I don't always love how it looks with just mascara because of course we all would love to have super full voluminous lashes, but you know, sometimes we just gotta go all natural. And yeah, I really don't feel like wearing lashes today. So let's just go in with this one from YSL. It's really nice and volumizing. But yeah, this mascara actually does give kind of a falsy effect, which is nice, so. Alright, now the lashes are nice and thickened up. We can actually see them. Alright, for blush, I chose the middle shade, which is Adore You. I'm so curious to see if I like these because I have tried the Colourpop cream blushes when they launched last year in just the square pans, and I didn't love them that much. I just feel like they didn't last on the cheeks. So this one's a pretty pigmented color. Let's see how this looks. I'm assuming it's going to be a similar formula. So far that looks pretty. It has really good pigment. I'll just have to update you guys if this lasts on the cheeks. I think that was my issue last time, is the color faded so fast. But this is actually really bright, and it's actually like so much brighter than their older powder heart blushes used to be. But I also like to apply quite a bit. Last to apply is lips. I'm going to use the Ultra Glossy Lip in the color Taken, which is this fun sparkly pink. I am going to do a lip liner first though. This is Jouer Bare Rose. And now for the gloss. I don't think I've used this formula in a long time from them. Ooh. That's pretty. I feel like with this you can't really see the sparkle in it, which is fine with me. I think it just looks like a nice pinky rose color. Okay, I want to do one more thing. I do want to put on this Colourpop Twilight Meadow highlight. I think this would be pretty with this look. It has like a slight purple pinky shift to it. I don't know, maybe it's too purple, but I haven't used this really on the face yet since I got it, so I thought this would be cute. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Just to add a little glow. Hopefully you guys were able to get your hands on the Twilight stuff. I know it sold out so fast again on Ulta, but I did see that Colourpop is restocking. And I feel like with the success of this launch, I could see them definitely doing more collections with Twilight, maybe for each movie or book. That could be fun. So just adding a little bit of this. Oh, this would be pretty in the inner corner too. But thought I would just throw that on just to have a little extra glow, a little pink sparkle in there. And that is going to complete this look. I think it came out perfect. I absolutely love the eyes. So fun. I think it's not like really that Valentine's Day-ish, but it's definitely following kind of the orange and pink theme, very bright neon colors, which I think it's fun. It matches my shirt too. So anyways, let's get into my thoughts so far, testing everything out. So absolutely no surprise here. I loved the collection. I had so much fun playing with this. I think their Valentine's collections get better every single year. Like, I think they did a cherry one a few years back, and then they did this Flirty Talk one last year that I really did like. But this one, I don't know, this might be my new favorite. Now, I do want to compare these two because last year's Flirty Talk palette, this one was very much like a pink color scheme with a little bit of red going on. This one, I will say, the first two rows I think are very similar, and the main differences is just the added oranges in this palette because this one doesn't have any oranges. I did swatch them side by side as well, and I definitely see similarities within the pinks. So if you do have this already and you really don't care to have orange eyeshadows, I think you're good to pass on this one. But I love the extra orange pops that this one gives. If you don't have any of the jelly shadows, I think these are definitely worth picking up. But if you do have a lot, I think this is a very unique shade. I am loving the Moon and Stars, and I think it adds a fun extra to the eyeshadow palette, so I definitely recommend picking that up. I didn't mind the heart sponge either, even though I probably won't get a ton of use out of this. I'm just not a sponge girly, but I actually really liked it for baking because I love that point on there. But I think it's nice and big that it can also get your foundation on really well, and it's really nice squishy material. Like, it's actually very comparable to, I would say, Beauty Blender quality. The glitter gels are usually a pass for me. They're always coming out with them, and I just don't really wear them or use them. They're just a fun little extra. Also, I was taking a photo and I just realized I had a weird flake under my eye, so that's annoying. I know people think I stare at the viewfinder all the time, but clearly not. You can hardly see anything through the viewfinder, but yeah, just thought I would let you know because I know someone's going to comment about it. The blushes though, these were a huge win for me. I think they're a must-have in the collection. I could see these selling out for sure, maybe even today. I don't know, their older heart blushes used to sell out so fast, but these are so good. I'm really impressed with the formula. It seems even better than their previous cream blush launch, which I guess this is a new formula because I didn't realize it was lip and cheek balm. It went on so nice. I hope it lasts throughout the day. I'll update you guys in the description box, but overall I was very impressed with the blushes, and of course the glosses are so cute too. I like this formula. It's nice and slippery, it's not sticky, and these are quite pigmented if you're looking for some nice neutral pinks to wear. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts so far on this collection. I love it. I had so much fun with this today. It makes me so happy. Honestly, I think I'm more excited about this collection than I am even the Twilight collection. And I love Twilight, but this is just over the top cute, which I'm all about that. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.